it's Randall Winter with Randall Winter Construction. We just heard our commercial on there. That's amazing. Cool. So we're talking with Debbie Young of Randall Winter Construction. She is our building designer, and we left off, we talked about kitchens, we talked about bathrooms. Let's talk about the bedroom.
Yeah, your bedrooms, your living rooms, all your living spaces, they also have energy requirements for the Title 24 in California as well. You've got to put in either your high efficiency lighting in your bedrooms, your living rooms, or you've got to put them on a dimmer switch. They will allow you the incandescent lighting in your bedrooms, your living rooms, so on. But you've got to do that on the dimmer switch.
Now, the good thing about the dimmer switches?
Oh, the dimmer switches, I think, are actually a great thing because then you can really control your lighting, and it's not like your old-time dimmers that you used to find in your grandma's house where you had to turn a knob every time you wanted to turn the light on and off. Now those dimmers are actually, you're able to control those and have a preset for what lighting amount that you like in the room. So every time you hit that button, it goes back to that same lighting level each time you turn on the room light.
That's cool. And it's the bedroom is not that big a deal, but your living room,
dining room, that's where it's a big deal.
That's for the ambiance. It's like you have all your beautiful cabinetry and all your china and all the stuff that you want to show off and share with your guests when they come so they can see.
And in the dining room, you want to be able to control the level of lighting in that room because it does. It makes a big difference when you're entertaining people to not have, either a lack of lighting or too harsh of lighting.
So that option is now a requirement, but it turned out that most people are really happy with what they get when we're done. And then we're doing a lot of these really high-end custom patio covers now. Uh-huh. And they want all kinds of lighting in there. Tell them the folks out there in Santa Clarita what we're running up against.
Yeah, the lighting on the outside, you're going to have the same requirements, very similar to what you have on the inside. You are required on the outside to do all your high efficiency lighting. You're going to have to, if you don't, you're going to have to put things on a motion sensor with a photocell. So that means that you don't want your motion sensors to be coming on during the day when people are walking around. So at nighttime, it's only going to be able to be set for a certain period of time that there's going to be movement, and then those lights will turn off if they're incandescent lights.
So let me tell you about a job we're doing for the Builderbacks. We were talking about it last night, and we decided we're going to put 3 lights out there. One is going to be near the side yard where they go to take out their trash, and he just wants the light to go on when he goes out there. And so with the photocell, it'll only go on at night, and with his motion, it'll only go on when there's somebody walking there. And you can set it so that it actually is directional, so he can actually have protection. So if they're in the kitchen and somebody enters their yard, that light will go on, so that'll signal. Of course, if a cat or
you know what? Usually small animals don't even end up setting it off. It's somebody that's actually a little taller, I think, but it's a great way for security.
I would set it off.
You'd probably set it off unless you're, crawling on the ground. But
now the other one is their backyard and their side yard, their courtyard. Now those are actually going to be on a switch so they can control it. It will still be on a photocell, so if you leave the switch on, it won't be on all day, and it will also have a motion sensor, but with the switch you're able to click it up twice, and that overrides the motion so that it'll stay on. So if you're out there barbecuing or playing with the kids at night, it will stay on. Isn't that a great thing? And those can be the regular floodlights, but they must have those device controls on them.
Yep. They've come a long way with, like I said before, all this lighting, you've got a lot more options now, and it really helps you in the long run because it is saving on your own electric bill.
Now, the job we're doing up at Stevens Ranch, that big patio, let's call it an outdoor room.
It's an outdoor room.
Yeah, so that we're putting electric heaters in it, right?
Right.
And what kind of control device do we have on that?
Well, on that, it's going to be a timer.
Yeah, because they don't want you to just running those things, and I think they limit it to an hour.
Now, I'm sure that those are going to be limited, and those are one of those things you don't want those to be left on when you're not out there using it, because once again, it just runs
you might want your dogs
bill.
to stay warm.
Well, your dogs are going to have to get in their doghouse.
All right, so that's gonna be a beautiful job when we're done. So we post all of our pictures on our website, rgwinter.com, if anyone's interested, and Houzz. Houzz. Those of you that are looking, by the way, for different ideas, Houzz is an excellent.
Houzz is a great place to go.
That's for all the decorators and all the architects and the finer remodeling contractors like myself. No pun there. self-promotion, but anyway, yeah, HOUZZ.com to get your ideas. You can set up your idea book, and then you can call me and show me or Debbie what you want in your new home or your newly remodeled home. Okay, anything else we can talk about with regards to getting the drawings done? We like to draw everything so that you can see what you're
I find to
getting.
have the most thorough set of plans is the best way to go. It gets rid of any questions that you have with the homeowners as well as with the building departments when you go in to get your permit.
Yeah, we pretty much walk through it with the city. They know we're going to do it right, and they see it on paper. The other thing is we actually we have them pick the tile, and we actually draw out exactly the way the tile is going to be on the wall so they can at least see
Yeah, I think it's
pic-
important for the homeowner to really understand what they're going to get before somebody's actually installing it. So that's why we really try to put everything down on the plan so that there's no questions and that nobody's surprised once the construction starts.
Now, we have our own tilers working for us as employees, and so they take their time. There's no rush to get it done right, but they're not going to design it for you. If you let someone come in to design it for you, then hopefully you get what you want. But it's a lot easier to give them a plan to say, here, this is what we want, and then they get to do their
And that
job.
way your details don't get missed.
Okay, great. Well, Debbie, thank you so much for taking time. I know I have to pay you for this hour, but
Well, it was wonderful to be here.
thank you, and appreciate all your good input. I hope all of you out there picked up a couple tips or two. This is Randall Winter with Randall Winter Construction. Our guest host today was Debbie Young, our building designer and expert at that, believe me, on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS.